बिल्लाहि मिनश्शैतानिर्रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अस्सलामु अलैकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुहू। Welcome back to Digital Social Science YouTube channel. I am Roxana, Assistant Teacher of Ghalib High School, Bellary. Children, natural resources are resources that exist without any action of humankind, isn't it? This includes the resources of valued characteristics such as commercial and industrial use, scientific interest and cultural value. Can you tell me some natural resources, children? Yes, you are right. Animal resources, water resources, forest resources, natural gas, solar energy, wind energy and land resources these all are the natural resources. Today let us discuss Indian land resources. Okay children? In this lesson, we will discuss some topics, that is land use pattern of India, agriculture in India and its importance, types of agriculture, crop seasons and cropping pattern, major crops of India, role of horticulture and floriculture. Land use pattern of India. Let's see the meaning. Land use pattern of India. The distribution of land for different uses such as forestry, cultivation, pastures, etc. is called land use or land utilization. It is determined by various factors such as relief features, climate, soil population density, socio-economic and technical factors. Let's see the classification. In India, the land use pattern can be classified into 7 categories, children. How many categories are there? 7 categories. Land use pattern can be classified into 7 categories. That is, first one is a net area zone. Second, the forest area. Land not available for cultivation, fallow land, cultivable waste, land under miscellaneous uses, permanent pasture and other grazing land. Now, let's discuss one by one here. First one is a net area zone. It includes land that can be used to cultivate crops. Net area zone means it includes land that can be used to cultivate crops. And it accounts for about, how many percent are there in India? 42.42% of the total reported area of India is net zone area. We can found in some states net zone area. In Punjab, Haryana, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala. These are the net zone area, children. Now forest area. In India, only 22.8% of the total reported area is under forest. It is high in the Andaman and Nicobar Island and in the northern eastern parts. In the Andaman and Nicobar, here, and then eastern states, northern eastern states, here. And it is least in the states of Haryana and then Punjab, Rajasthan and in Gujarat. Third one, land not available for cultivation. Land used for non-agricultural purpose like human settlements, roads, railways, canals, mountains, sandy waste, etc. are the land not available for the cultivation. We can found in some states like Assam, here, Assam, Manipura, Sikkim, and then but it low proportion in Goa and Kerala and Odisha and Maharashtra. Nearly 14.1% of the total reported area of the country belongs to this category, means land not available for cultivation. How many percent are there in India? That is a 14.1%. Fourth is fallow land, means it refers to the land which is not used for the cultivation. It accounts of 8.2% of the reported area. It is largely found in Mizoram, Meghalaya, Pondicherry, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Fifth classification, that is a cultivable wasteland. It includes the land which is not taken up for cultivation due to certain soil deficiencies. It is extensive in the states of Meghalaya, Goa, Nagaland, Rajasthan, and account of only 4.3% of the reported area is a cultivable wasteland. Sixth classification, permanent pastures and other grazing land. It accounts only 3.4% of the total reporting area in India. And it is largely found in Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. Land under miscellaneous uses means it includes gardens, orchards, plantations, etc., which account only for 1.1% of the total area in the country. Such land is more in the states of Assam, here, Assam, Meghalaya, Kerala, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh, etc. Now come to the next topic, children, that is an agriculture. Let's see the meaning of agriculture, types of agriculture, and then importance of agriculture. Agriculture means tilling of soil for raising food crops and raw materials needed by human beings. Now the term is also extended to include stock raising, rearing of cattle, poultry, beekeeping, sericulture, etc. are in the agriculture. Let's see the importance of agriculture. In India, 65% of the people dependent on agriculture. The economic progress of the country depends on the progress of agriculture, because it is a primary sector, na children, and it is the main source of the livelihood also, and it is the main source of food for the people and fodder for domestic animals, and it is source of national income and then revenue also, and it supports secondary and tertiary sector. Secondary sector means industries, and tertiary sectors like bank, transport, etc. Let's see the types of agriculture, children. There are 8 types of agriculture. First one is a subsistence farming, intensive farming, commercial farming, mixed farming, plantation farming, dry farming, humid farming and irrigation farming. These are the types of agriculture. Let's discuss in detail these are types of agriculture. First one is a subsistence farming. In the subsistence farming, a type of farming in which the production of crops is consumed almost by the farmer and his family, leaving only a small portion for sale. Farmers use primitive methods of cultivation in the subsistence farming. The subsistence farming is widely practiced in the northeastern states, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, etc. And subsistence farming is divided into two. That first one is a shifting farming, another is a sedentary farming. Shifting farming means a patch of forest is cleared and burned to be cultivated for a few years until the fertility of the soil is reduced. But in sedentary farming, it is cultivation of a land at a fixed location instead of shifting from one place to another. In shifting farming, when the fertility will be over, fertility will be less, then they will be change the place in shifting farming. But in sedentary farming, they won't be they can't shift to the another place. Second one, intensive farming. In intensive farming, a method of farming in which a large amount of capital and labor are applied per unit of land. That is known as an intensive farming. What is an intensive farming, children? A method of farming in which a large amount of capital and labor are applied per unit of land. Land is cultivated intensively throughout the year, and farmers try to raise 2 or more crops to get maximum production from small land holdings, and it is a common in the fertile and irrigated areas of the country. Third one now, that is a commercial farming. In a commercial farming, a system of farming in which crops are grown for the market. What is a commercial farming means? You have to write down a system of farming in which crops are grown for the market. Only cash crops are cultivated on a large scale, children, using small amount of labor, machinery and scientific methods of cultivation. In a mixed farming, agriculture involving the cultivation of crops and livestock rearing, farmers get income from both. It has been introduced in India since from 1951. Rearing of cattle, poultry, beekeeping, etc. Were included in the mixed farming. Next one, plantation farming. In a plantation farming, it refers to the cultivation of single crop on large estates for the market. That is known as a plantation farming. It requires more labor and capital. For example, tea, coffee, rubber and coconut are the important plantation crops of India. Come to the next point, children. Dry farming. In a dry farming, a method of farming carried on in areas which receives less rainfall and where irrigation is either absent or limited. That is known as a dry farming. Irrigation also less, and then rainfall will be less and irrigation facility will be less. That is known as a dry farming. It is mainly practiced in the peninsular India and in western Rajasthan. Humid farming. The cultivation of crops in areas which receives sufficient rainfall. Crops are grown without the help of irrigation. The west coast and other areas receive sufficient rainfall. Come to the next point now. Irrigation farming. A method of farming under which crops are grown with the help of irrigation. It is expensive but essential in India, where the rainfall is seasonal, uncertain and insufficient. Now come to the next topic, children, that is a crop season. Crop seasons. The proportion of area under different crops at a particular period of time. What is a crop season, children? The proportion of area under different crops at a particular period of time. That is known as a crop season. In India, the crop season is divided into three here. The Kharif crop, Rabi crop and then Zaid crop. Let's see what is a Kharif, Rabi and Zaid. Kharif crop means the crops grown during the rainy season, that is known as a Kharif crop. The crops grown during the rainy season, that is known as a Kharif crop. The sowing takes place in June or July and when the southwest monsoon starts. And the crops are harvested in September and in October. Which crops will be grown in the Kharif season means you have to write down rice, jawar, ragi, cotton, etc. Now next season, that is a Rabi crop. In the Rabi crop, the sowing takes place in October, November. Otherwise, the northeast monsoon begins. Harvesting will be in the month of February and then March. Main crops will grow in the Rabi season is wheat, barley, gram, etc. What is a Zaid crop means? You have to write down the crops grown in between the Kharif and Rabi season, that is known as a Zaid crops. Which crops will be cultivated in this season means you have to write down watermelon, cucumber, oil seeds, etc. Let's see the major crops of India. Food crops, commercial crops, oil seeds, plantation crops. These are the major crops of India. First one is the food crops. What is the food crops, children? The crops which are grown to provide food for people like rice, wheat, jawar, pulses, etc. known as the food crops. Rice. Let's see the features of rice now. It is primarily tropical crop. 18 to 25 degrees Celsius will needed the temperature. 100 to 200 centimeter rainfall is needed. Alluvial soil and loamy soil are best suited for cultivation of paddy and it needs standing water. See here. Look at this picture, children. It needs standing water and it needs level land also. See here, the land also level, isn't it? And irrigation is necessary wherever rainfall is less. And it is the second largest producer of the world. Rice is the second largest producer of the world. West Bengal is the largest producer in India. West Bengal state is the largest producer state in India. What? Rice. The other important producers of rice are Andhra Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Karnataka. Next crop is wheat crop. This is a food crop, children. It requires requires moderate temperature of 10 degree to 15 degree Celsius. Okay children. And then rainfall is per annum 50 to 70 centimeter rainfall should be available. Heavy loamy soil and black soil are best suited for the cultivation of wheat. And it is the second important food crop and the major rabi crop of India. And India is the second largest producer of in the world also. Uttar Pradesh, here. Uttar Pradesh is the largest producer of wheat in India, including Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and northern part of the Karnataka. Now next come to the another crops, that is the commercial crop. What is a commercial crop means? You have to write down the crop that is grown for sale, for trade, that is known as a commercial crop. For example, sugarcane, cotton, tobacco, oilseeds, etc. are the commercial crops. Sugarcane. It requires high temperature of 21 degree to 26 degree children, and heavy rainfall ranging from 100 to 150 centimeter. And alluvial and loamy soil are suitable for the cultivation of sugarcane. And sugarcane in India, India is the second largest producer in the world, and the most important sugarcane producing states are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, and then Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh. Now tobacco. This is also one of the commercial crop children. It requires high temperature of 21 degree to 23 degree, moderate rainfall ranging from 50 to 100 centimeter, and sandy loamy soil are suitable for the tobacco cultivation, crop cultivation, and requires chemical fertilizers children. And it is used for smoking. Tobacco is the third largest producer and fourth largest exporter of tobacco in the world. India is the third largest producer and the fourth largest exporter of tobacco in the world. Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Bihar are the leading producers of tobacco in India. Fiber crops. The crops which provide raw materials for textile industry. Example, cotton, jute are the most important fiber crops of India. Let's know the features of cotton now. It requires of 21 degree to 24 degree Celsius temperature and rainfall ranging from 50 to 100 centimeter. Black soil are suitable for the cotton cultivation. And cotton in India, India is the third largest producer of raw cotton in the world. India is the third largest producer of raw cotton in the world. Andhra Pradesh, here, where is Andhra Pradesh children? Near to, and it is the neighboring states of Karnataka. Okay children, Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab, Maharashtra are the major producers of cotton in India. Beverage crops means the crop which are used to produce stimulating drinks. Coffee and tea are the most important beverage crops of India. Let's know the features of tea here. It requires a temperature of 21 degree to 30 degrees Celsius and heavy rainfall 150 to 250 centimeter per year. And it grows best in deep and fertile soil, and it requires hill slopes. Okay, children. It requires hilly regions, children. Hilly slopes with an altitude of 1200 to 2400 meters above the sea level. India is the second largest producer of tea in the world, and it is the cheapest also, children. It is mainly grown in Assam, here, Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. Now come to the next point now, horticulture. The intensive cultivation of fruits, vegetables, flowers, medicinal and aromatic plants. Horticulture. In India, horticulture provides an incentive for making agriculture more profitable through efficient land use, optimum utilization of natural resources, and generating skills employment for the rural masses. India, with its wide variety of climate and soil, has good potential for growing a variety of horticultural crops. India is the second largest producer of fruit and vegetables in the world. Horticulture is carried on mainly in Andhra Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh. Now last topic is our floriculture. It is the cultivation of flowers for commercial purposes. It has the potential of generating income and providing employment opportunities for farmers also, especially women, and add to export of the country. Floriculture. India's agro-climatic conditions are very suitable for the cultivation of variety of flowers. Floriculture is mainly developed in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Maharashtra, Punjab, West Bengal. Now take down homework, children. I think you understand this whole lesson, today's lesson. Now take down homework. Meaning of land use pattern you have to write down in this box. After that, you copy this flow chart, classification of land use pattern, and you have to write down their features here. Here you have to write down all features which I had given here. Net sown area, forest area, land not available for cultivation, fallow land, cultivable wasteland, permanent pastures and other grazing lands, land under miscellaneous uses. You have to write down these all features, children, about their features. Take down next homework, second homework, meaning of agriculture. You have to write down in this box. Importance of agriculture in India, types of agriculture, that is a subsistence farming, intensive farming, mixed farming, plantation farming, dry farming, humid farming and irrigation farming, commercial farming. You have to write down these all features in these boxes. Thank you. Have a great day. Allah Hafiz. Jazakallahu khaira. Subscribe my channel. for upcoming videos.